Destiny Klein, and I'm here with Miss Summerson Dofskin today, and we have some questions about the election. In your opinion, what is the biggest issue on the table?
The economy and the fact that raising taxes would further separate the rich from the poor and eliminate the middle class.
And do you usually vote?
I do.
You do? Since you're 18?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Hi, we're here with Yvonne Romberg, and I'm going to be interviewing her about this 2008 election.
Hi, Miss Rojas.
I'm just kidding.
Okay.
What do you look?
In your opinion, what is the biggest issue right now on the table?
If you know how to get there.
I would have to say probably the economy, and for that, it's affecting just a global, all around the world. It's not just here in the United States. It's affecting the European markets, the Asian markets, and so it's becoming a little frightening, not knowing. It's very uncertain.
What did you base your vote on?
Well, I'm hoping I'm basing it on the candidate alone, and what this person represents. I'm not going to say who I voted for. Instead of so much, not so much the party, but just on the candidate. And I hope that people vote like that instead of directions. I don't know, race that.
Okay. If voting wasn't free, how much would you pay to vote?
Well, $10.
All right. Thank you very much.
Thank
Mrs.
you.
Romberg.
Thank you
nice
so
to
much.
Meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Hello, I am Julio Francisco, and this is Mrs. Schnapp.
Hello.
And I am going to ask her a couple questions. And what do you think is the most important issue?
I think the most important issue right now facing the country would be the economy. And I think we're all concerned. It affects all of us in some way or another. And I think we all want to see the economy turn around as soon as possible.
Okay. Is that all you're saying?
I think you wanted to know on what do I want to get out of this?
Yes, what do you want to get out of this election?
I would like to just voice my opinion and voice my concerns through voting about how I feel the path that the country is following. I think we're in the wrong path, and I think that by voting, I'm sending a message. There's many families that are struggling, and the only way to send a message to those in power to make changes is by voting.
Okay. And if voting wasn't free, how much would you pay?
If voting wasn't free, that is a very sad concept that somebody would have to pay to vote. But it's a very difficult thing to answer. I don't know that if you had to buy your vote that it would have any value. I don't know that I would be willing to pay for the vote, because how about those that cannot afford to pay for it? Would that be an unfair rule? So I don't know that I would be willing to pay for a vote.
Thank you, and back to you.
Sure, no problem. Okay.
All right, I'm Greg, and this is Adam. He's 21, and this is his first time voting in the presidential elections. So, Adam, what outcome do you hope of getting out of this election?
You know, there's people differ on their opinions of Democrat, Republican, Obama, and John McCain. I personally voted for John McCain, but I really, when it comes down to politicians, what I really desire most is integrity of the politician, because it shows who they actually are, their person. It shows what they stand for. Certain things they voted for or against kind of show that, but really a man of integrity is a person who has, you know, that character that you want in the president, I think.
Okay, what changes, is there any specific changes that you hope for?
Especially here in California, I hope that we can define marriage once and for all, because the saying goes that as California goes, so goes the nation. And so if this Proposition 8 passes, You know, I think it'll be a good thing for the country if it doesn't pass. We've seen in the past many powerful countries start to become weaker and weaker as they embrace this kind of practice, Proposition 8.
So would you be yes on 8 or no on 8?
I'm definitely yes on 8.
Yeah.
I'm defining it as marriage between one man and one woman, as it's been laid out from, the very first two people on earth, you know, so one man and one woman. But, you know, I hope that for, you know, what I hope most for this election, though, is really just a turn of America back to what it used to be. A great country who stood morally and ethically in the face of opposition. So we're becoming more and more like other countries, and I think it's really damaging us.
How long have you waited to vote?
Oh, I guess, I voted a few times in the past, but never for a presidential election. I was real bummed out because I was 17, and I wanted to vote for George Bush, but obviously I couldn't. I turned 18 the next year. So I've just been waiting until this election, and I just can't believe, you know, the media, the news coverage has covered it for a year and a half between, you know, McCain, Obama, Hillary, and all, you know, everybody that's running. So I've really been waiting a year and a half, and so much has happened in that year and a half that's changed me in the way I think, and I hope my voting that I did influences that.
What do you think the power of your vote is as one person?
Well, you know, the saying goes that, you know, one vote really doesn't change much, and I tend to think that, well, if everybody thought that, you know, a lot would change, actually. I believe that my vote, you know, people knowing that I vote encourages, you know, my voting has encouraged friends to vote. Their voting has encouraged other friends to vote. So I think more or less in the realm of influence, it has a lot of weight to it. But one vote, it does matter because, you know, we see that trend where certain people groups have, you know, that were expected to vote haven't voted, and it's changed the way that the outlook towards our country. I think there's some statistic out there that evangelical Christians, only 25% of them voted in 2004, and I think look how much worse the country's gotten since then. So I hope that my vote influences other people's to vote, and that reaches more people so that this country can experience change.
Okay, that's all my questions.
All right, thank you for having me.
Have a good day.
You too.